Hi, welcome to the Learning NLP Techniques Acme Achievers video channel once more. And my name is Jacky and your preferred NLP coach. Today I'm going to really talk to you about one of my favorite NLP tools. This is something that I've shared so many times in some of our videos in this video channel itself. And this tool that I want to talk to you about today is known as anchoring. Yes, sounds familiar. So what exactly is anchoring? And after you have actually seen watched some of the videos that were posted in this channel itself, so what is your idea about anchoring? Now, maybe before we just continue any further, just to give you a bit of a background about anchoring and why is it so important to master anchoring. Now, if you could ever ask yourself this question, now if there's this one particular state that you love to have more of. Now what I mean by state is, I mean by your emotions, your mental states that you really love to have more of and be able to produce it anytime that you want to have it. Now be it's the state of being confident, state of being more motivated or driven, a state of being more focused in life, or states of being more loving in life. What is a specific state, or even what are some states that you like to have more of in your life, and be able to assess it anytime that you wish to have it. Now if this is something that you want to know more about or want to achieve, now anchoring might be the right tool for you. So what exactly is anchoring? Now anchoring is this a tool that will allow you to assess any of these positive emotional or mental states anytime, anywhere you like. Now because it comes from this word anchor. Now many a times in our life, I believe that when we're going through tough times in our life, and to be able to get ourselves back into that states where we actually flow with confidence, or whether we are able to flow with motivation, focus, now it's probably not going to be as easy as you think. So what we actually need will be an anchor that we can actually rely upon, so that whenever we want to get back to positive states, all we just need to do is to fire off the particular anchor. Right, so it sounds simple, right? As we actually watch in some of those videos, it's actually a very simple step that involves 4 general steps. Now the first step, if you could actually jot it down on a piece of paper, the first step is simply to recall a past experience. Now remember, recall a past experience. Now I mean recalling a time in the past where you've actually assessed, was actually in touch with that particular state that you like to have more of. Like there was a time where you've really felt so confident in your life. Now go back to the past first, and the second step will be actually to anchor on that specific state. Now what I mean anchoring is this: when you actually find a spot in your body, or something that you like to anchor yourself on. Maybe it could be just as simple as a ring, or maybe even a touch of your jacket, Now, but be sure that this anchor that you have actually developed for yourself is something that is easily replicable. Now, because the last thing that you want to get yourself into is that you find yourself in a place where you are unable to get in touch with your anchor. Now, just because you've forgotten to take the jacket with you that day, yeah. So now ensuring that the anchor must be easily replicable. So now after you anchor on a specific state, now where do you anchor the state, by the way? You anchor it right at the time where you're actually feeling that emotion, almost right at the peak. Yeah, so at the peak of the experience. Now the third step is to change the state. Right, now change the state from the negative to the positive, and finally to be able to evoke the new state. So it could be summarized into RACE, which simply means to say recall a state again, anchor on that state, change the state, and evoke the state. So now are you ready for some practical steps of anchoring yourself on certain emotions that you like to have more of? So let us get started right now. So I just want to think about a particular state that you like to really have more of. Whether it's confidence, feelings of being more loving, or feelings about being more focused in life. Now, what is a state that you really like to have more of in your life right now? Probably you feel that it's lacking, in your life. So, alright, you're done. And so the very next thing that I'd like to do is I want you to think about a time in the past where you might have probably experienced this particular emotion or state. Now, for instance, if you're working on the state of being more focused in your life, now think about a time in your life where you might have probably felt really, really focused. Was there a time? Alright? So, if there is, now I want to go back to the time right now. Alright? Go back to the time right now. Taking your very own time, I just want to go back to that particular time and see what you see. Hear what you hear and feel those feelings of being really completely focused, or loving, or confidence, whatever states that you're working on. Alright? Now, and as you gradually feel this particular state now rising to the peak, now I want you to find a spot on your body where you could actually anchor this feeling on. So for instance, now my preference would be to anchor it somewhere in your knuckles, one of your knuckles, or probably a clench of your fist. So when you're right there, reaching almost to the peak of the experience, just want you to apply the anchor. Alright, feel it right there. Feel the sensation of being totally focused, and release the anchor as the state or this feeling of being focused is about to decline. Just release the anchor. Alright, sounds simple? It's really that simple. Alright, and then what I'd like to do right now is to do what I call a break state. Right, meaning to say, I want to focus on something else. In fact, what I've just done right now is a break state by itself. So, alright, a break state, by the way, is necessary because you wouldn't want to get yourself to go through a loop, where you are constantly, where you will not be able to anchor yourself on that a specific state effectively. So you need to break a state in between. Alright, then next thing is I want you to be able to think about another time in the past where you have actually felt really, really focused, or confident, whatever it is, with the state that you're working on again. Alright? Have you got one? Alright? Go back to the past again, that specific incident, the experience, right there. If you're right there, I just want to see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel the feelings of being totally focused. Good? Alright, remember, again, as you're about to hit the peak, I just want to be able to apply the anchor. Okay, release it as it's about to decline. Good. Alright? Alright? Do you smell durians? Yeah? Alright. And this is again, by the way, this is another break state once again. Okay, I'm just going to do it one more time, alright? So that you can actually effectively get yourself anchored on this specific state. Again, I just want you to think about another time in your life where you've actually really felt that emotion right, at the peak. Okay? Go back to the time right now, see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel the feelings of being totally good. Okay? So, if you could take a look at your watch right now. What time is it now? Time to go for lunch, dinner? Alright, and so now we're just going to do what I call, now the very last thing that we usually do for almost every tool that we learn or master in the NLP course itself is what I call a test and future pace. And so what I mean by test and future pace is we want to be able to test the results of applying or using this new tool that we've just mastered in our life. So right now I just want to think about a time in the future, maybe probably a time in the future where you probably need to feel more focused, but you know what, well, in the past you probably wouldn't have been able to achieve that state so easily now due to some of this whatever reasons. And now what happens is that you put yourself in this future, you're right there now. What happens when you just simply fire off this anchor right now? Right, get in touch with those emotions that you just previously anchored yourself on. Now, how does it feel right now? Now, if this tool has actually worked, yeah, and I think it's bound to work now if you actually followed the steps correctly, and you should be able to feel those emotions of focus or confidence or love, back. Yeah, you'll be able to assess these emotions now just simply by firing off this anchor. Yeah. Now, so what does it mean? Now, it means to say that now in the future, whenever that you need to feel that emotion that you previously let go of, all you need to do now is to remember this, and you will instantly get in touch with that emotion that you like to have more of. Now, sounds a very simple tool again, but now again, most of us know that some of the simplest things in life are usually one of the most difficult things to apply in our life. So I want to really challenge you before I leave you in this video. I want to challenge you to start practicing this very simple but really powerful tool consistently for the next few days. And I just want you to be able to if you could possibly do so, is to stack up the anchors with even more past experiences, so that this will serve as a very, very powerful tool, way for you to get in touch with that positive emotions in the future whenever you need it again. Alright, so till we meet again, remember to live with passion. And if you're really keen to find more about this anchoring tool itself and how it can really, really help you to achieve many, many more goals in your life, how can you even use this particular tool to break through some of your limiting patterns, your more persistent habits of procrastination in your life, come join us for one of our free NLP sharing sessions, and we'll be glad to share more with you. Right, so till we meet again, remember to unleash the Acme Achiever in you. I'll see you soon.